I'm hunting for the next experimental house in the busy streets of South London. Somewhere among these rows of terraced houses sits one of the smallest homes on the long list. This is Pocket House. Two beautifully crafted boxes balanced delicately on top of one another. Clad in matchstick-thin strips of western red cedar. Occupying an area of only 35 square meters, this is a brave experiment in building as big as possible on a tiny, tiny site. Almost 50% of the living space within Pocket House is below ground. A light well forms a patio area that connects to the two bedrooms, with a bathroom in the opposite corner. The ground floor consists of a hallway, WC and kitchen diner, topped off with a living room on the first floor. This house was designed and built by architects Nicola and Ty, who live here with their two daughters. The judges praised this transformation of an unpromising site and the care and craftsmanship lavished on the project, the effect of which is to magic up a sense of peace, a refuge from the outside world. Oh, this is lovely. It's lovely. It's cool as well. On the ground floor, the kitchen is tranquil, softly top-lit, and crafted from simple materials. Danish bricks and Douglas fir joists are all exposed. Plasterboard would have taken up too much space. There's not an inch, I mean millimeter, of space wasted in this innovative micro-home. Stairs double as casual seating areas, corridors are kept to a minimum. The kitchen was custom engineered and built in to fit. What Nicola and Ty have achieved is all the more remarkable, given the initial attitude of the local authority. By cleverly working within the confines of the tiny plot, it's a challenge they've more than risen to. Pocket House is a triumph of efficiency. The living room upstairs is compact but delightful. Oh, it's beautiful. I can't believe that piano is integrated into the building. It's kind of sucked into the wall almost, you know. And the wall is the cupboards, is the wall, wherever possible. Very sculptural room.
The atmosphere is entirely created by the light coming through.
In the evening, this space really transforms. The sun coming through the screen throws this beautiful pattern along this wall, so it's the best space to be on that couch there with a book in the evening sun.
The wizardry of these architects lies in their ability to manipulate light and exploit its changing qualities through the days and seasons. They're not really, let's be honest. Well, okay, apart from the basement where the two bedrooms and the bathroom are. Here they could dig out right to the edges of the site and carry on experimenting. Becoming a main contractor with no previous experience was the experimental gamble of a lifetime. But it paid off brilliantly. The neighbors are fascinated. Maybe it's time to invest in one or two curtains. Pocket House is a marvel of a micro-home, ordered and elegantly understated, changing and adaptive. Demure? No. Deceptive? Yes. This house is altogether a bit more of a player, a punter. This house took a gamble on this site. This place dances on its feet. Cork House, the vegetarian Lego brick home that's radically simple and sustainable. Knithurst Farm, a house that seemingly spans the centuries and plays evocative tricks on the mind. Stackyard, a shape-shifted home that delivers fantastic value and experiences. Lark Rise, the high-performance eco-house that's also a power station. And the poetic Pocket House, a seemingly large home that brilliantly defies its tiny plot. John Pardy, the chair of the judging panel, fabulous, can tell us which is the first home to make it onto this year's shortlist.
The first is Knithurst Farm in Sussex.
Why shortlist this project?
It's beautiful. It's slightly bonkers in the most lovely way. It felt curiously like some kind of big cathedral. But it isn't that big. But inside it's concrete, and it all confounds you. So it's this kind of labyrinth, which is enticing.
The games it plays extend to ideas about how old it really might be, or
Exactly.
So this is the second project you've shortlisted?
This is the Pocket House in South London.
What do you think clinched it for the judges here?
It's exquisite. Very precisely done. This house was beautifully detailed. Every tiny thing was thought through. The light is gorgeous in there. You never feel trapped in a small room. Very clever.
And this is a great exercise in that, isn't it? In kind of demonstrating how you get everything you need in a relatively small plot.
Absolutely.
So the competition begins, with Nithurst Farm and Pocket House making the shortlist. 5 more will join them before we find out who's won the RIBA House of the Year 2019.